What you schedule is what you become. Despite the most productivity experts claim, willpower and motivation are largely irrelevant to business success. The entrepreneurs dominating their industries aren't more disciplined, they simply have mastered the art of strategic scheduling. Is your calendar working for you or against you? We've been sold the myth that successful people simply work harder, but the data doesn't tell that story. Researchers show that top-performing companies allocate 40% of leadership time to future-focused activities, while struggling businesses average just 3%. How much of your calendar is dedicated to activities that will matter in 3 years from now? This strategic misstep is costing you thousands of dollars, but the real tragedy isn't financial. It's watching your business vision slowly fade as daily urgencies continuously override the important growth activities. By mastering calendar alignment, you don't just optimize your schedule, you fundamentally transform your relationship with time and reclaim control over your business future. In many ways, this is one of those great secrets. I've got the ability to really focus in on a couple of things. And one of my favorite things to do is ask someone who I'm just starting to work with what their calendar looks like, because it really tells me what their priorities are. Are they scheduling if they've broken out time for lunch? Do they have a time that they have to stop? Are they scheduling meetings in blocks so that they have focus time? Is their focus time actually on their calendar at all? All of these are really interesting strategic things. And if you look at the person's calendar, you can tell what the most important or priorities are. If they're not on the calendar, if it's not scheduled in block, then they have a tendency to shift through and not allow that time to go through. Now, I have one of the greatest schedules in the world, and she runs my calendar very solidly, knowing when I have creative time, giving me blocks of free creative time where I can do things like this, as well as focus time, as well as time to get prepped and maybe get on and make something. See, when my calendar shows up, it shows up with what I need to talk about and all the documents that I have. She knows me well enough to know that when these should be set up and the timings they should be set up. And if I've got 6 or 7 solid meetings, all of a sudden there's that quiet half hour that allows me to recharge and recreate. All of my kids' schedules on there. So my son, I know exactly where my son is, even if he's not with me. So that's a priority. I know what's going on. I know where my teams are. I know where my birthdays are. I know the holidays of the teams I have. So we've done all that because those are all major priorities. And I give myself blocks of time where I can focus on one thing or another. We block time out to make sure that that's really the valuable thing. Now, the challenge here also is that my business is dynamic, so that there has to be float in there where we can take things to the next level or go ahead and do that. But if you really want to see where your priorities are, look at your schedule. Are you letting anyone who sees a blank availability of time just capture that time? I think one of the worst things that ever happened in scheduling apps is the ability to see everyone's calendar and put a meeting on it. It doesn't allow you to strategically understand what's going on. It doesn't allow you to focus your time, and it allows you to really have to work hard to get solid amounts of time. If I let everyone just schedule the appointment where they were, my entire day would be broken up. But instead, my schedule allows me time to think, time to work, time to get ready, and then prioritize all of the work. So if I'm doing check-in meetings, then I'll do check-in meetings all at the same time. It's a type of mindset and a type of understanding. Integrating that into your calendar makes you function better. Recognizing when your peak times are and when your not peak times are. Recognizing that you may need to run out to get a bite to eat, maybe just to change the view of what you're doing. People working from home, scheduling some time to actually get things done, as well as just taking meetings. So not letting people to actually just schedule time whenever they can is a problem. And they claim it's a productivity, but I was going to suggest that you actually get less productivity if you're actually spending so much time doing the work and then having to be interrupted because you have a 15-minute meeting or a 20-minute meeting. Being able to schedule those. Now, I know people who schedule meeting days and work days, and I've done another video, which I'll put up here and in the comments so that you can actually see some of the ideas, breaking it down. One of the great entrepreneurial groups is the Strategic Coach, and they've got some good ideas on what type of days you should be having so that you can focus on one or the other and prep for them. The advantage of prepping for them is that you can create time, and then that forces you to be able to put it in. If you've ever been worried about something and didn't want to worry about it, put it on the note and agree that you're going to think about it or worry about it in XYZ period of time. It lets your brain stop and deal with what's in front of you and then know that you're going to sit down and work on that priority. So even when I'm focusing or building something, Lorraine will actually put in the documents that I need so they're all right at my fingertips. So I'm able to do the work that's most valuable to me. Me finding a document, even though maybe the chances are I probably can, not my strong point, but me being able to have that document and immediately step into being able to look, talk about it, and understand what's going on is a powerful tool, and it increases your productivity. So if available, stop letting other people define your meetings. Start strategically thinking about your day, your week, and your month on what you need to do. Put those in priority and put working time in. There's nothing like getting at the end of the day and recognizing your entire day has been meetings and now you have to get things done. So take a look at your calendar right now. Take a hard look at your calendar right now and tell me if the priorities of your business and your life are reflected by that calendar. And most of the time, I'm going to let you know that we all could do a little better. We can always look at it. About once a year, maybe twice a year, I relook at my calendar and restructure everything to make sure that my priorities are being shown up. My priorities of my work and my life and my family show up on that calendar. And we all get lazy and it all drops off, so it's all right to do it. So what I'd like you to do is take a hard look at your calendar right now. Understand what it's saying to you. Understand what you're saying as your priorities. And if you're not seeing the priorities that you believe in your core showing up in your calendar, do something about it. Do it right now. Take a look. Put a list of what you think your priorities are and then look at your calendar. And if not, make some changes. It's okay. Sometimes you can't do it for a month or two, but make those changes to make it look better. Make it look like you want it to. I hope this helps because this is one of those great little check-ins that can happen every once in a while, maybe once, twice a year, that allows you to really make sure that you're strategically focused and haven't been distracted by all sorts of meetings that they're getting in the way. So take a look at that and give me the thing that you thought most, what was most revealing to that calendar introspection. Put it in the comments below. Let's start a conversation. I look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode on the Strategy Session, where we take your business from stuck to unstoppable. Here's another video I think you'd enjoy. If you found these insights valuable, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest videos. Remember, you're not just marketing, you're making history with Venture Gained.